Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase with Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15 like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more and see me shooting a flamethrower. And lastly, trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going to the business part of the podcast, you have a fun car auction with 300 pieces of American muscle and glory up for sale. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Nico at The Drive, which she says, quote, "This 300 car auction is a treasure trove of American classics waiting to be saved." He said, quote, "You'll find almost every era from American automotive history in this collection, from pre-war classics to 70s muscle." Here you can see some glorious cars with some pretty good looking patina on them, which is a fancy word for rust. And, oh man, I can only imagine having the resource allocation to bid on this. I mean, these look incredible. Back when America ruled the automotive industry, having well over 50% of all car sales and truck sales. Such a long time ago, those cars were, it's a word you won't hear with most modern cars like made by Ford, they were reliable. Which, and you actually fix it at home, which is a nice thing you really can't do these days. Now, oh, they look so cool. I say, quote, "Somewhere in an otherwise empty field in Eppin, North Dakota, lies hundreds of vintage, rusty American cars that seemingly haven't been touched in decades. Almost every era of the classic automotive Americana is represented by this massive collection, from pre-war to big fin displays to the 1950s XS and even 70s muscle cars. Not every car is in derelict. Most of them are Mopar, which, if you're not a gearhead, that's, Dodge Chrysler Group. And they say, but all of them are for sale as part of the Sangster collection heading to Vanderbrink Auctions June 7th. Paul Sagasser was a geologist for an oil company. While living in Epping, he traveled all over North Dakota, Montana, and Wyoming for work. Talk about a dream job. Those places are beautiful. During his travels, he'd find beat-up old American cars and bring them home. Over the years, he amassed this enormous collection of project cars that he clearly never got around to fixing. Sadly, he passed away in a motorcycle accident in 2018, and now his family is putting the collection up for auction." Which, yeah, given the size and scope of this collection, that's realistically what they're going to do, because 300 cars, put them on Bring a Trailer, you'd maximize your dollar, if you just sell them individually, but geez Louise, that would be a full-time job, and that would take a long time. Here you can see a couple more. Oh, sad looking. Yeah, sad looking El Camino right there. Oh, like some nicer trucks. So much potential. Now, let's say some of the cars look like they're in great shape, like the beige Dodge Dart or the black Dodge Convertible, ready to drive off the lot and enjoyed. Others look to be in decent condition, but could use some sprucing up, like the red Plymouth Barracuda. So let's get that CUDA on the screen again. There you go. Most of the cars are completely rust covered, though, and many are missing parts. However, you could choose from pretty much any of the American rust bucket you like. Muscle cars, sedans, wagons, pickups are all available. If you're willing to invest enough time, money, or both, the project car opportunities are nearly endless. Unfortunately, Vanderbrink didn't have a full list of the cars that would be available when the auction goes live, but there's enough photos to get an idea of what you'd be able to bid on, so you can prepare yourself accordingly. And even though you can't determine the condition of the cars just yet, it's safe to say you're going to need a trailer to bring most of them home, which, yeah, bring a trailer, more like bring a train or a freight carrier. Like, yeah, just the cost to move 300 vehicles, that's going to be such a capital investment. And it's sad. I mean, I hope these all get saved and restored. That would be optimal. They say even more interestingly is that you can pick almost any of your American Dream classics a la carte from this auction. There are plenty of bodies to choose from, but also engines and various other parts. So you might be able to pick up your car, engine, and your transmission and have it all delivered, waiting to be mated together for the ultimate classic car project. Now, where's my wallet, unquote. Which, yeah. Now, the sad thing about car restoration is it's mostly, it doesn't get done as frequently as it would be. It'd be nice if it was done more frequently, but it's overwhelmingly a loss leader. You're going to lose your money when you put it into it. It's really much a passion project, even with 60s Corvettes. If you're doing a frame off restoration, it's going to cost you 6 figures plus. it's a pretty penny. And usually at the end of the day, it's worth less than the actual money put into it. So you really have to be passionate to really do it. And it'll be interesting. I mean, I hope this is something that breaks my heart is you see some of these classics go to the junkyard and get crushed. And they're just, they just go there try to get their just the scrap value of the pieces, which again, historically speaking, just with provenance and there was so much more. It's so sad when you see any great car being crushed. And yeah, it's one of those things where if I win the lottery, I do silly, financially silly things like buy these and restore them to their glory. It'll be interesting to see how many of them move at the auction and how much of a pain it is to actually move all of them off lot. How many are kind of left for the family? It's kind of hopefully the kids are appreciative and they keep maybe their favorite to restore themselves. But a really cool auction and talk about amassing a collection over your lifetime of about 300 of these pieces of history. I just thought it was really cool. And let me know in the comments. Do you think it's best to, when you have these cars that have these really unique patina or rust on them, do you actually like it when they just do a clear coat and preserve that? Or do you think it's better to just, bust out the sandblaster and get it back, just repaint it like it was from the factory? Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and a comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.